Hello, everybody. Welcome into Perspectives. Today we're going to be talking with three different groups, one person at a time. Our first one up is with Youth Services of Tulsa, and his name is Brian Young. Brian, good to have you, my friend.
Thank you, Sam. Good to be here.
A little bit about Youth Services. What is it?
We are a nonprofit organization that was designed to help teens and young adults with a variety of challenges, from runaway and homelessness to counseling and substance abuse counseling services, to helping young people who are court involved learn from their mistakes and grow and turn those into opportunities to learn to make better decisions, all the way up to helping young people with adolescent health issues and youth development issues. And we've been in Tulsa County for over 50 years, since 1969.
What a record you must have amassed. An incredible amount of folks you've helped.
Yes, about 18,000 a year currently.
Really?
Yes, sir, but youth between the ages of 12 and 24.
You know, I'm constantly puzzled by some of the problems young folks face. I don't think we had those problems. When I was a kid, we just discovered fire, so it was new when I was young. And I've often wondered why are the pressures so different?
Yeah, that's a great question. I wish I had the answer. I can tell you for myself, having been a teenager in the 1990s, things are a lot different now for teens today than they were even when I was coming up. Fortunately, there's organizations like Youth Services that are here and evolve with changing needs. We think of ourselves as a learning organization. We focus on data, collecting data about every point that we can, including directly from the young people we serve, to try to make sure we can adjust what we're doing to meet those changes. So for example, when we started in 1969, we were really focused just on counseling. And then today, over 50 years later, now we have over 20 programs and covering all the areas I just talked about a moment ago.
Well, it goes without saying, you discovered right away that more would be needed than counseling.
Absolutely.
You've got a thing coming up called Taste of Brookside. Lay it out for the folks at home. What is Taste of Brookside?
Taste of Brookside, as I describe it, is the yummiest event in town. This is our 10th year for this event. It's a really fun way to come out and support Youth Services of Tulsa. The event is presented by the Brookside Business Association, and it's essentially a restaurant crawl throughout all these numerous restaurants and bars that participate in this event. We're already at more than a dozen who have signed up, and we're expecting to get more before the event date gets here. And a person buys a ticket. Right now they're on sale for $50 a piece. That's a discounted price for an early rate. Once they get that ticket, we put a wristband on them, and they can go to as many of those restaurants as they can get to and taste as many things as they can. And we invite them to come back to the Steinway Piano Gallery, where we're having a wine reception, and vote for their favorites for best dish on Brookside and best drink on Brookside.
All right, now I'm a bit of a glutton. Does that mean if I've got a ticket and I've tried something here and I walked away, but I kind of want to go back, can I go back?
You could. There's no one really tracking how many times someone comes back, but I will just tell you, most folks are really interested in trying something from as many places as they can possibly get to. And there's only been a handful of people that have reported back to me that they were able to hit every single restaurant on the list in one night.
So that many, well, I looked at a list of the sponsors involved, and I call them sponsors, and I do that with all due respect. I mean, you've got quite a list of folks to go through and see.
Absolutely. Everything from, Mexican food at Three Tequilas to Italian food at Mondo's, Ben 35 Bistro. The list kind of goes on, and there's even some retailers involved who are not serving food and drink, but are inviting participants while they're out tasting, stop in their store and shop, show them the Taste of Brookside wristband and get a discount. So Ida Red's offering a discount, and a really new, really cool kind of retailer. It's called the Wildflower Wine Jungle, which is a combination of floral arrangements, floral pieces, custom jewelry, and some other things. They're offering a discount too for people who are participating in Taste of Brookside.
Any flowers they can eat?
That I don't know, but that's a great question. I need to ask.
You might check into it, because There are folks who do that.
Definitely.
This is a big deal for your organization. I mean, you guys raise a lot of money, but it goes right out the door as soon as you get it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So it's definitely not our biggest fundraiser of the year, but it's super critical because nearly every dollar of this event goes straight to programs and services because, as you mentioned, our sponsors, the participating businesses, they're covering the cost of the food and the cost of the manpower, which means that we're hardly spending anything to put this event on. And then every dollar that we raise through ticket sales, it's coming right back to the community, going out to feed youth who are experiencing homelessness, to provide those counseling services for youth and families who can't afford those, and any number of other services we provide.
Yeah, you guys are a 501c3, aren't you?
We are.
So that means that they can deduct this on their income tax.
A standard donation they could, but since this is an event and they're getting something in return, which is the food and drink, in this case it would not be deductible, but donations to Youth Services of Tulsa are. And there's an opportunity when someone goes online to buy the ticket, they can make an additional donation which would be tax deductible.
Which means you welcome that with open arms.
Absolutely, we would love that.
All right, when does it start?
It's Thursday, October 12th.
It's right on us.
It's nearly here. Tastings start at 5:30 p.m. and they'll run through 9 o'clock.
Wow, and it's a good time by all.
It is the funnest event in town, I have to say.
Hey, thanks for coming by with this.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it.
Very, very good information, and sounds like honestly a very worthy cause. I know for a fact you guys do incredible work over there. You started so small, and you've grown. Now it's not just counseling. You guys do a lot.
Yeah, we try to cover most areas of life that a teenager or a young adult might struggle with. We want to be there to help them transition into independent, healthy, happy, productive young adults.
Yeah, to go even from homelessness
Absolutely.
Into whatever is needed.
Yes, we offer a full continuum of care to end youth homelessness. So we're there to provide supports to young people, no matter their circumstance or their situation. We want to help.
Brian, you do good work.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you for staying in Tulsa.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more right after this.